14. Excess! Who doesn't love excess? Enough is never enough, and we all want more. Yeah! I can't blame anyone. I used to smoke cigarettes but finally quit. Now I vape, and I can do it all the time inside the house. Couldn't do that with smoking. Excess! Have you ever had too much to eat? Then you know that too much of a good thing is true, and it can lead to a bad thing. This applies to all things. Too much sex, too much love, too much devotion, too much sleep, too much music, which I'll say is playing music too loud, bad for the ears. Excess. Too much money. Personal moderation is key. Money can't buy you happiness, so they say. In a lot of ways, it can though. Money can fix a lot of problems too. Money can fix maybe even most problems. But it isn't magic. It is not the answer to unhappiness. If it was, every rich person would be happy. But every rich person is not happy. With all their money, they are missing something. Like their childhood sled they valued more than anything in the world and represented the greatest time in their life, lost and left buried in the snow. You know mobile cell phone games, right? Of course you do. They can be pretty bad and they can be pretty great. And they can be addicting. Super addicting. I have an addictive personality, I think. So this is a bad combination for me. I got into one of those games though. Some superhero trading card game. It was fun. There were teams, you battled together, you had to download a different app to chat with and get your team all on the app. Then you had to find out all the other players use a different app, so then you have to get that app too, so you can talk with and trade with and barter with and all the other teams in the game. And it was a lot of fun. But they were always releasing more cards I wanted to get, and you had to pay real world money, not to get the cards, but for a chance to get the cards. You would get cards, yes, for your money, but there was no guarantee on anything good, unless you spent even more money. When you spend the most money, then you definitely get something good. And I learned while playing this game that adults, not kids or teenagers, but adults were spending thousands of dollars on this game. So you have a physical phone with a digital game in it. And in that digital game, you spend real money, but the real money is never physical. You are never touching the money you give to the game you cannot touch. And you do it because it is fun and it feels great. It makes you a winner, and everybody wants to feel like a winner. But this is all fiction. You are not a winner. You are giving real invisible money to a game you will never touch, a game that does not exist anywhere in our real world. Inside your phone, sure. But not outside your phone, not out here with us. These types of games, of course, they are fun and they also are evil. Every dollar spent in the game on your phone could be applied to something that would directly benefit you in your real life, or any number of other real life people. But that is a lot more difficult than pushing a button and receiving some instant gratification. We can be better than this, though, and we are better than this. Each and every one of us knows, in our heart and in our head, that we, as the greatest country, even all of us around the world, we have everything we need to help every single person in every conceivable way in the palm of our hands. We have that. We can use that. But we all have to decide together that it is something we want to do. No one can force anyone into being a good person. It doesn't work that way. It can't work that way. Each has to have their own desire on their own. So, a tiny bit of advice to get us started. Stay off your phone a little bit more. Do it consciously. Make the decision. Be aware of it, that it is something you want to do. You don't need to catch them all, or connect them all. No one does. Life is a little easier on the eyes than any kind of screen. And with your eyes up and open, you'll be seeing the world around you better. And when you are listening to God inside you, you will absolutely know what to do without being told by anyone. And that is one of the greatest things.